तुम भी ENG 201 की इंग्लिश और वो लंबी चौड़ी रिपोर्ट्स देखकर घबरा रहे हो तो रिलैक्स हो जाओ। ये कोई रॉकेट साइंस नहीं है। मैंने तुम्हारे लिए फाइनल टर्म का सारा निचोड़ निकाल लिया है ताकि तुम्हें वो सैकड़ों सफ़हात के हैंड आउट्स ना चाटने पड़ें। बस उन चंद पक्के टॉपिक्स को समझ लो और तुम्हारा पेपर बेहतरीन हो जाएगा। तो आओ यार, मिलकर इस इंग्लिश के पेपर की बैंड बजाते हैं।
Question. In a positive message, the main idea should be, answer be clearly stated at the beginning. Concept. Using a direct approach ensures the reader gets the good news immediately, which builds goodwill. 2. Question. Which of the following is not a part of organizing positive messages? Answer. See buffer for bad news. Concept. Buffers are exclusively used in negative messages to lessen the blow. Positive messages don't need them. 3. Question. The indirect plan for bad news messages starts with answer, be a buffer. Concept. A buffer is a neutral statement that establishes common ground before delivering the actual negative news. 4. Question. Which technique is used in bad news messages to soften the impact? Answer A. Using a conditional statement. Concept. Conditional language like if or when makes the refusal seem less personal and more like a matter of policy. 5. Question. In persuasive messages, emotional appeals are often combined with answer. A. Logical appeals. Concept. To convince someone, you need to balance their feelings with hard facts and rational evidence. 6. Question. The AIDA plan in persuasive writing stands for answer. A. Attention, interest, desire, action. Concept. This is a four-stage psychological process used to guide a reader toward making a decision or purchase. 7. Question. Credibility in persuasive messages can be established by answer. B. Being enthusiastic and sincere. Concept. Showing genuine belief in your message makes the audience trust your professional integrity. 8. Question. Short reports are usually submitted in the form of answer, B. Letters or memos. Concept. Memos are used for internal communication, while letters are used for short reports sent outside the organization. 9. Question. Which of the following is a characteristic of a good report? Answer. See responsive format and organization. Concept. A good report is structured in a way that directly addresses the specific needs and questions of the reader. 10. Question. Analytical reports differ from informational reports in that they answer. B. Include analysis and recommendations. Concept. While informational reports just provide data, analytical reports interpret that data to suggest a course of action. 11. Question. The first step in planning a long report is answer. B. Defining the purpose. Concept. You must clearly state why the report is being written before you can begin collecting or analyzing data. 12. Question. A statement of purpose in a report should be answer. Be specific and concise. Concept. A focused purpose statement keeps the researcher on track and prevents the report from becoming too broad. 13. Question. The body of a formal report does not include answer. See title fly. Concept. The title fly is a preliminary part of the front matter, not part of the actual text or body where data is discussed. 14. Question. Which of the following is a supplementary part of a report? Answer. See appendix. Concept. An appendix contains supporting materials like raw data or complex charts that would clutter the main report body. 15. Question. In a general report, the element that answers what will we gain is the answer. B. Introduction. Concept. The introduction sets the stage by explaining the benefits and objectives of the report's findings. 16. Question. The 6 elements of a general report superstructure include all except answer. See personal opinions. Concept. Professional reports must remain objective and rely on verified facts rather than biased personal feelings. 17. Question. In an empirical research report, the methods section answers. Answer. B. How the research was conducted. Concept. This section describes the procedures, tools, and participants used so that others can replicate the study. 18. Question. A literature review in a research report is used to answer. B. Show gaps in existing knowledge. Concept. It summarizes previous research to justify why your current study is necessary and what new info it adds. 19. Question. Feasibility reports are written to help decision makers. Answer. B. Choose between courses of action. Concept. These reports analyze whether a proposed project is practical, affordable, and likely to succeed. 20. Question. Criteria in a feasibility report are used to answer. B. Evaluate alternatives. Concept. Criteria act as the standards or yardsticks against which different options are measured and compared. 21. Question. A progress report is primarily concerned with answer. B. Future plans and implications. Concept. While it tracks what has been done, its main value is informing stakeholders if the project is on track for the future. 22. Question. The typical superstructure for a progress report includes answer. A. Introduction, facts, discussion, conclusions, recommendations. Concept. This structure ensures a logical flow from what happened to what the team advises doing next. 23. Question. In a proposal, the problem section aims to answer. B. Show the importance of the proposal to the reader. Concept. You must convince the reader that a problem exists and that it is significant enough to require your solution. 24. Question. Which of these is not typically part of a proposal? Answer. D. Fiction. Concept. Proposals are legal and professional documents that must be based entirely on factual data and realistic projections. 25. Question. Proposal readers are best described as answer. A. Investors. Concept. Readers are usually people who will invest time, money, or trust into the project you are suggesting. 26. Question. Instructions should be designed to answer. B. Shape reader attitudes positively. Concept. Well-designed instructions build user confidence and reduce frustration, leading to a better product experience. 27. Question. Good visual design and instructions is essential because answer. A. Readers alternate between reading and acting. Concept. Users usually read one step, perform it, and then look back. Clear visuals make this transition seamless. 28. Question. The conventional superstructure for instructions includes answer. A. Introduction, description of equipment, directions. Concept. This sequence prepares the user mentally, identifies the tools, and then provides the action steps. 29. Question. Testing instructions is important to ensure answer. See, they are usable and effective. Concept. Usability testing identifies areas where a real user might get stuck or confused before the product is released. 30. Question. In instructions, the theory of operations section is used to answer. A. Explain how the equipment works. Concept. Giving the user a basic understanding of the how helps them troubleshoot problems more effectively. 31. Question. Which of the following is not listed as a type of visual aid for oral presentations? Answer. See a live theatrical performance. Concept. Business presentations rely on functional aids like slides or charts. Theatrical performances are not part of professional visual aid categories. 32. Question. When using text on slides, a general guideline is to limit the words per slide to a maximum of answer. B. 10 words. Concept. Keeping text minimal prevents the audience from being distracted by reading, allowing them to focus on the speaker's message. 33. Question. The primary purpose of specifications and analysis reports is to answer. B. Provide detailed descriptions and evaluations of products, systems, or data. Concept. These reports offer a technical breakdown and expert judgment on how a specific system or product is performing. 34. Question. According to the handouts, a common writing problem to avoid is answer. B. Overusing passive voice and nominalizations. Concept. Passive voice makes sentences wordy and indirect. Using active voice makes business communication more clear and forceful. 35. Question. In the context of language review, a comma splice is answer. B. The error of joining two independent clauses with only a comma. Concept. A comma splice occurs when you incorrectly connect two complete sentences without using a conjunction or a semicolon. 36. Question. Which sentence type contains one independent clause and one or more dependent clauses? Answer. See complex sentence. Concept. A complex sentence combines a main idea with additional information that cannot stand alone as a sentence. 37. Question. The primary purpose of a language review punctuation section is to answer. B. Ensure clear and grammatically correct separation of ideas. Concept. Proper punctuation acts as a roadmap for the reader, ensuring that the intended meaning is not misunderstood. 38. Question. Mechanics in writing typically refers to conventions of answer. B. Capitalization, spelling, abbreviation, and number usage. Concept. Mechanics are the technical rules of the road that ensure a document looks professional and follows standard writing norms. 39. Question. Active listening in an interview involves answer. B. paying full attention, understanding, and responding thoughtfully. Concept. It requires the listener to fully engage with the speaker rather than just passively hearing the words. 40. Question. An effective meeting agenda should answer. B. List topics for discussion and who will lead them. Concept. An agenda provides structure and ensures that all necessary points are covered within the allotted time. 41. Question. Which element is crucial for the planning stage of a formal speech? Answer. B. Knowing your audience and defining your objective. Concept. Without understanding the audience's needs and your own goal, the speech will fail to be persuasive or informative. 42. Question. A key difference between written and oral communication is. Answer. A. Oral communication allows for immediate audience feedback and interaction. Concept. Speakers can adjust their message in real time based on the audience's facial expressions or questions. 43. Question. The review written communication lesson primarily emphasizes. Answer. B. The iterative process of planning, drafting, revising, and editing. Concept. High-quality writing is achieved through multiple stages of improvement rather than just writing a single draft. 44. Question. For a visual aid to be effective, it must be. Answer. Be relevant to the speaker's point and easy for the audience to see understand. Concept. Visuals should support the spoken word and be simple enough for the audience to grasp at a single glance. 45. Question. When giving a speech, effective use of voice includes. Answer. C. Varying pace, pitch, and volume for emphasis and clarity. Concept. Vocal variety keeps the audience engaged and helps highlight the most important parts of the presentation. 46. Question. The main goal of an analysis report is to. Answer. B. Interpret data, identify trends, and draw meaningful conclusions. Concept. Unlike a simple information report, an analysis report explains why the data matters and what it means for the future. 47. Question. To create a coherent paragraph, a writer should use. Answer. B. A clear topic sentence and supporting sentences that are logically linked. Concept. Each paragraph should focus on a single main idea, with every sentence contributing to the development of that idea. 48. Question. Which of these is a correct statement about conducting interviews? Answer. See, both open-ended and closed questions have their uses. Concept. Open-ended questions encourage detailed discussion, while closed questions are useful for confirming specific facts. 49. Question. In the context of business presentations, body language refers to. Answer. B. Nonverbal cues like posture, gestures, and eye contact. Concept. Nonverbal communication can often be more powerful than words in establishing confidence and trust. 50. Question. Revising a business message involves. Answer. B. Rethinking content, organization, style, and readability for the audience. Concept. Revision is a deep look at the document's logic and flow, ensuring it perfectly fits the reader's perspective. 51. Question. A functional resume is organized primarily around. Answer. B. The applicant's accomplishments and abilities. Concept. This format is ideal for people who want to highlight their specific skills rather than their timeline of employment. 52. Question. The term extemporaneous delivery means. Answer. D. Speaking from prepared notes or an outline, but not verbatim. Concept. It allows the speaker to remain conversational and flexible while still staying organized and on topic. 53. Question. In a sentence, what is the predicate? Answer. Be the verb and the words that complete its meaning. Concept. Every complete sentence has a subject, who, and a predicate, what the subject is doing or being. 54. Question. The main purpose of a transmittal letter is to. Answer. B. Formally send a larger document and provide context for it. Concept. It serves as a formal introduction to a report, explaining what is being sent and why. 55. Question. When designing a page with text and visuals, white space is used to. Answer. C. Improve readability and reduce clutter. Concept. White space helps the reader's eyes move easily through the document and prevents them from feeling overwhelmed. 56. Question. Which of these is a key aspect of audience analysis before writing? Answer. B. Determining the audience's knowledge level, interests, and expectations. Concept. Tailoring your message to the audience's existing knowledge ensures your message is neither too simple nor too complex. 57. Question. A claim in the context of business communication is most likely a. Answer. Statement of fact that needs to be proven. Concept. In business, a claim is often a formal request for an adjustment or a correction based on a specific issue. 58. Question. Effective instructions should. Answer. B. Be tested for usability. Concept. Usability testing proves that the instructions actually work for the people they are intended for. 59. Question. In a formal report, the executive summary is intended for. Answer. Be busy decision makers who need the key points quickly. Concept. It provides the bottom line of the report, allowing leaders to understand the findings without reading the entire document. 60. Question. The 7 C's of effective communication include completeness, conciseness, consideration, concreteness, clarity, courtesy, and answer. Be correctness. Concept. Correctness ensures that the information is accurate and that the language used follows proper grammar and style. 61. Question. In the context of a proposal, the methods section is primarily intended to answer. Be convince the reader that the project plan is sound and feasible. Concept. This section provides a detailed roadmap of how the work will be done, proving the team's technical competence. 62. Question. What is the primary function of the discussion section in an empirical research report? Answer. B. To interpret the results and explain their significance. Concept. Beyond just showing data, the discussion explains the so what, connecting findings to the original research goals. 63. Question. Which element of a progress report helps readers understand what period and projects the report covers? Answer. B. The introduction. Concept. The introduction establishes the time frame and specific scope of work being updated in the current report. 64. Question. For instructions to be effective, they must be organized. Answer. C. In a logical sequence matching the user's actions. Concept. Instructions should follow the natural chronological order of the task to ensure the user can follow along without getting lost. 65. Question. The scope of a document defines. Answer. B. Its boundaries and what it does and does not cover. Concept. Setting a clear scope prevents scope creep and ensures the reader knows exactly which topics are addressed. 66. Question. A buffer in a bad news message serves to. Answer. B. Neutralize the negative impact before stating the bad news. Concept. A buffer builds a bridge of understanding, making the reader more receptive to the upcoming negative information. 67. Question. Which of the following is a key characteristic of a concrete business message? Answer. B. It is based on specific facts, figures, and vivid details. Concept. Concreteness avoids ambiguity by using precise language and data instead of vague generalizations. 68. Question. When planning an oral presentation, analyzing your audience helps you to answer. Choose an appropriate topic, level of detail, and examples. Concept. Understanding the audience's background ensures the content is relevant and pitched at the right level of complexity. 69. Question. The main purpose of a recommendations section in a report is to answer. B. Suggest specific future actions based on the conclusions. Concept. This section turns the report's findings into a practical to-do list for the decision makers. 70. Question. In written communication, coherence is achieved by answer. B. Ensuring ideas flow logically and are well connected. Concept. Coherence ensures that sentences and paragraphs transition smoothly, making the entire document easy to follow. 71. Question. A persuasive message is distinct from an informative message because it aims to answer. B. Change the audience's attitude or motivate them to act. Concept. While information educates, persuasion actively attempts to influence a person's beliefs or behaviors. 72. Question. The qualifications section of a proposal is included to answer. B. Establish the credibility and expertise of the project team. Concept. Highlighting past successes and credentials proves to the client that your team is the best choice for the job. 73. Question. What does the A in the AIDA model for persuasive messages stand for? Answer. See attention. Concept. The first goal of any persuasive message is to grab the reader's focus so they continue reading the rest of the message. 74. Question. In a sentence, using active voice rather than passive voice generally makes the writing. Answer. See more direct and forceful. Concept. Active voice clearly identifies the doer of the action, creating more energetic and professional business prose. 75. Question. The primary goal of proofreading is to answer. B. Correct surface errors in spelling, grammar, and punctuation. Concept. Proofreading is the final quality control step to ensure the document is error-free and polished.